Minneapolis set to start the match with the Lady Irish from Chapman. Minneapolis won their first match of the morning. Took care of the Marion Lady Warriors in 3 games. Next up for Minneapolis is Chapman. Chapman comes into this tournament, I believe, with a 5-18 record. There's Mallory right there for a block for the Lady Lions. And that one never cleared the tape. It'll be 4 hits on Lady Irish. Score the point, Minneapolis. 1-0 Lady Lions. Danielle Klein back to serve for Minneapolis. No communication with the 2 setters. McCulloch and Frazier bump into one another and they get called for the lift. 1-1. Chapman with the serve. That ball is going to be served out of bounds. Score the point for the Lady Blue. Makes it 2-1 Minneapolis. Seamers in for Frazier. Seamers goes to the front row. Kylie serve passed up to the middle. Set to the outside. Danielle Klein with the dig. Set Donovan to the outside. Attack picked up by Chapman. Middle attack for the Irish goes into the net. 3-1 Minneapolis. McCulloch serve dug up by the middle back. It's going to be a free ball for Minneapolis. McCulloch sets to go within the middle. Mallory with a nice attack on the tip of the net. Goes out the back line. Score the point, Minneapolis. Makes it 4-1 Lady Lions. McCulloch still with the serve. She serves that one into the net. Chapman will have the serves. They trail 4-2. Klein digs pass to McCulloch. Mallory with a nice set from McCulloch. Hits it into the block and it's pulled down right into the net. Minneapolis with the point. 5-2. Donovan will go back to serve for the Lady Lions. Minneapolis with a free ball. Donovan's pass to McCulloch. McCulloch sets Atwell to the outside. Atwell with a nice cross court attack just inside the white line. Point Minneapolis 6-2. Donovan still with the serve. Donovan's serve goes long, but Chapman plays it. Short set to go with off of McCulloch. Overpass by Chapman. And there's Chapman again with another overpass. Mallory goes with 2 or 3 attacks right there at the net. Stayed right at it on the net there. (7-2). Set it back to the outside to Atwell. Audie's attack goes into the net. Score the point for the Chapman Irish. They trail 7-4 and they have the serve. Klein with a nice pass up to Kylie, and she back sets to Mallory outside. Mallory's attack goes across court, but it's wide out the back line. 7-4. Chapman with the serve. Chapman serve goes into the net, make it 8-4. Jordan crossing up off the chairs. She'll come in for Danielle Klein for the front row. Mallory Goeth come back to serve for the Lady Lions. 8 serving 4, Minneapolis with an 8-4 lead. Game 1 of the second match of the morning. Minneapolis taking on the Lady Irish of Chapman. Nice serve, dives right down there, and there's Crossan right there to put down the overpass. Sticks it right back down on the Irish side of the net. Score the point, Minneapolis makes it 9-4. Mallory back for her second serve. Nice short serve that's dying, and there's an overpass again that Crossan's right there to block in. Point Minneapolis. Chapman's up to call timeout. Minneapolis with a 10-4 lead. Good net play by Jordan Crossan. And she takes care of the garbage there at the net. Chapman with a couple of overpasses. Jordan with a nice kill on one and a good block on the other. Stick it back down. Minneapolis won their first match of the morning, played the Marion Lady Warriors. That match went 3 games. Lady Lions were victorious there. Had a match off, and now they're up against the Chapman Lady Irish. And immediately following this match, they'll play the Hoisington Cardinals. Top 2 teams come out of each pool. That'll set them for a bracket tournament. Donovan with a nice pass. They're going to set go to the outside or back row for an attack. And Mallory not in position to make that attack. She pops it into the net, score the point for the Irish, makes it 10-5. Goeth passes it up to Seamers. Seamers with a nice tip over the net. Irish keep it in play. They're going to attack from the outside. McCulloch pops up the pass. Seamers puts set to the outside to Atwell. Atwell's attack goes long out the baseline. Back row hitter for Chapman, not moving on that. Thought he would have been able to move it just a couple more feet over. She'd have hit her. McCulloch passes to Seamers. Seamers sets it in the middle. Nobody there. Crossan goes over and pops it over the net for the Lions. There's Crossan to put it back down on a block. Goeth pops up a pass to McCulloch. McCulloch sets Atwell. Atwell with a nice cross-court winner, drives it right in front of the back row hitter for Irish. Makes it 11-6 Minneapolis. Frazier will come in for Seamers. Frazier back to serve for the Lions. Minneapolis jumped out to 5-point lead early in game 1. Christopher Frazier with the serve for the Lions. Free ball for the ladies. Donovan pops a pass up to Frazier. She back sets McCulloch to the outside. McCulloch with a cross-court winner that's out of bounds. About a foot wide of the tape. 11-7. Chapman trails Minneapolis by 4, and they have the serve. Donovan's pass to Frazier. She sets McCulloch to the outside. McCulloch with a nice attack. It's dug by Chapman. Free ball for the Lady Blue. Mallory passes to Frazier. Frazier puts a pass up for Crossan. Crossan with a nice kill from the middle. Hits it right through the block, and the ball falls to the floor. Point Minneapolis. Lady Lions take a 5-point lead, 12-7. Audie Atwell back to serve for the Lions. Nice serve by Atwell. That's an overpass, and there's Donovan right there to take care of the trash. She drops that back down on the Chapman side of the net. Point Minneapolis, 13-7. Good net play by the Lady Lions. Atwell with another good serve. She hits it right at the back corner for Chapman. She's unable to move. She gets called for the lift. Not able to make the adjustment on the pass. 14-7 Minneapolis. Atwell with the serve. Serves at the back row middle. Pass to the outside, set for an attack. That ball's going to sail long out the back line. Point Minneapolis. Good talk by the Lady Lions. Outside attack for Chapman goes long. 15-7 Minneapolis. Atwell with another good serve. They're going to get called for another lift. The ball rolls up the arm of the pass. 16-7 Lions. Pass it over there to hit. Atwell's serve goes to the back row middle again for the Chapman Irish, and she's unable to handle the ball. Goes out of bounds sideways. Point Minneapolis, 17-7. Chapman's going to take a sub 1 right now. takes that middle back row out and see if she can return anything that Atwell hits at her. That pass is dug up past the middle, set middle, free ball. Donovan with a nice attack off a good set by Krista Frazier from the outside. Score the point for the Lady Blue. That makes it 18-7 Minneapolis. Another good serve by Atwell. Set it to the outside. Atwell with a nice dig. Crossan gets an arm on it. That ball's put out into the bleachers. Terry Meckel, athletic director, there to save the Chapman Irish lady from going into the stands. Atwell still serves. Minneapolis leads 19-7. Nice serve, and that's going to be passed back over the net. Back set to McCulloch to the outside. She puts top on it. There's Crossan right there to block it back down for the Minneapolis Lions. Chapman going for an attack from the middle, but Jordan Crossan there to block it back down. Good stuff by Jordan. 20-7 Minneapolis. Chapman takes timeout. Minneapolis looking a little sharper this match than they did the tail end of the previous match they played. Competition is not quite as tough as it was earlier, so the ladies going to have to work hard to keep sharp. So far they're doing a good job of that. And coming out of the timeout, Atwell still has serve for Minneapolis, and Lady Lions with a 20-7 lead. Nice ace by Audie Atwell as the back row corner couldn't return that serve. She passes it out of bounds for Minneapolis point, 21. They get a pass to the middle. Middle sets back row outside. Nice dig by Frazier to keep that ball in play, and there's about 3 arms get stuck out for Minneapolis. They try to keep it going. It's hit into the net. Point Chapman. They trail 21-8 and they have the serve. Ladies were talking, but middle back not listening because they're calling out. They're hollering out, and Krista takes it anyway. Ball goes out the back line. Point Chapman, 21-9. Frazier's pass to McCulloch. McCulloch with a set to Donovan to the outside. Nice attack. She hits it through the block. Chapman chases it out of bounds, but score the point for the Blue. Makes it 22-9. Danielle Klein in for the Lions. Klein will serve for the Lions, and they lead 22-9. That serve's going off the side of her hand. Point Chapman, 22-10. Chapman with the serve. They trail by 12, 22-10. Atwell with a nice dig. Pass the ball to McCulloch. Tries set, go to the outside. A little long with the set. Mallory able to keep it over, put it over the net. Chapman with another hitting error. Minneapolis goes up 23-10. Krista Seamers comes in for Krista Frazier to the front row. As Kylie McCulloch goes back to serve. Deep serve, unable to be fielded by the Irish. Score the point for the Blue. Minneapolis will be serving 24-10 for game 1. Lions need to get this one down so they can get game 1 under the belt. Nice serve by, that's going to be called a lift. It rolled up the arm. And that's game 1. Minneapolis takes it 25-10. Lions will switch sides, and we'll get ready for game 2. Minneapolis back on the floor for game 2. Their match against the Lady Irish of Chapman. Minneapolis won the first game 25-10. Chapman will have the serve to start game 2. Atwell's pass to McCulloch, who sets to go to the outside. Chapman got a block on it. They're going to set. Minneapolis thought the ball was going to go long, so they let it go, and it drops right in the corner for point Chapman. That serve doesn't clear the tape. Point Minneapolis, 1-all. McCulloch serves for the Lions. Score's tied 1-1. Pass is set to the middle. Nice dig by McCulloch. Seamer sets go within the middle. Nice attack by Mallory. Klein passes to Mallory. She back sets it over the net. Free ball for the Lady Lions. Seamers pops up the pass to McCulloch. McCulloch sets go within the middle. Mallory right there with a tap. Chapman able to dig it out. Free ball for Minneapolis. Atwell passes to McCulloch. Set go within the middle. She drops the hammer on that one, and the Chapman is not going to get to that. Makes score 2-0 Minneapolis. Lions out to a 2-1 lead. McCulloch serve deep, and it's going to roll up the arm. That's going to be another hitting violation on the Irish. Makes the score 3-1 Minneapolis. Another good serve by Kylie McCulloch. That's going to be an ace. 4-1 Minneapolis. Pass goes to the middle. They're going to set right in the center for an attack. Mallory gets a block on it, but it goes through the block, drops on Minneapolis side of the net. Score Lady Irish. Makes it 4-2. Minneapolis with the lead. Chapman with the serve. Chapman will sub one. Seamers. Pass, back set to Donovan. That ball's hit through the block. Chapman unable to pick it up and get a dig on it. Point Minneapolis, 5-2. Megan Donovan back to serve for the Lions. Nice serve by Megan. It's going to be an overpass, and there's Audie Atwell right there at the net. She was going to go up for the block. Chapman tried to dig it. Outside hitter, looked like she might have rolled her ankle trying to go up for that ball. She tells the official she's okay, so she's going to stay in. There's Megan with another one of them diving top spin serves that just drops right over the top of the front line. 7-2 Minneapolis. Another good serve. Atwell with the pass and set it right back to Audie on the outside. Audie not followed through on that. She hits it out the wide to the outside. Point Chapman, makes it 7-3. Chapman subs one. They'll have the serve. Atwell passes to McCulloch. Back set to go with Mallory with a nice attack. The ball's hit into the tape. Doesn't clear the net. 7-4. Chapman trails by 3, and they have the serve. Goeth with a nice tip over the net. Tips it into an open spot of the court. Chapman dives for it, but they're unable to keep it in play. Minneapolis will sub one. Klein will go out. Crossing will go in. And Jordan will come up and play the front line. Mallory Goeth back to serve for the Lions. Minneapolis leads 8-4. Set to the outside. She winds up with a nice attack, and it drops in right in the middle. Drops in the middle back for a winner for Chapman. Lady Irish. They trail by 3, 8-5. Mallory digs up the pass. Set by McCulloch over the net. And a set Atwell to the outside. And Audie with a nice cross-court attack. Seamers with a nice dip over the net. Donovan passes to McCulloch. Sets crossing in the middle. Jordan with a nice tip over the net. Drops in the open court. Point Minneapolis. Lady Lions with a 9-5 lead. Frazier in for Seamers, and Krista Frazier will go back to serve for the Lady Lions. Minneapolis up 9-5. This is game 2. Set to the outside for an outside attack. Doesn't clear the tape. Make it 10-5 Minneapolis. Another good serve by Frazier. She catches Chapman unable to move. Ball runs up the arm and it's called a lift. 11-5 Minneapolis. Krista Frazier still with the serve. That ball had a little side-to-side movement on it. They're going to set the middle. Crossan was there for the block. She gets it over the block. McCulloch sets Atwell to the outside, and Atwell's right there for a nice attack. Catches top of the tape, rolls over, but Chapman's able to dig it over. Crossan's right there for another attack for the middle. Atwell right there playing the net. Chapman goes up to, Chapman tries to dig it. Atwell's right there to put it down for the Lady Lions. 12-5 Minneapolis. Frazier's serve goes into the net. Unforced error gives the ball to Chapman. They'll have the serve and they trail 12-6. Short serve, Donovan can't dig it. It goes out of bounds. 12-7. Chapman by 5. Chapman's serve goes into the net. Atwell back to serve for the Lady Lions. They have a 13-7 lead. Good serve by Audie Atwell. That's an overpass, and Donovan's going to go ahead and make the pass to Frazier. Back set to McCulloch. McCulloch's there for an outside attack. Middle hitter gets front row middle, gets an arm on it for the Irish, but it goes out the back line, and they're unable to keep it in play. Score the point for Minneapolis, makes it 14-7. Atwell still to serve. Atwell's second serve catches net. Point Chapman. Chapman's only down 6, 14-8, and they have the serve. Atwell digs up the serve. McCulloch tries to set it. She's called for the lift. 14-9. Mallory's past the middle of McCulloch. McCulloch sets it right back to Donovan to the outside. Donovan with a good attack, takes it right down the line, hits it right into the hitter. It goes out of bounds off Chapman. 15-9. 15-9, Minneapolis with the lead. Jordan Crossan stays in. She goes back to serve for the Lady Lions. Nice serve by Crossan. There's an overpass. McCulloch with a nice attack off of a good set by Frazier. Minneapolis with an overpass there at the top of the tape. Nobody there to take care of that. They kept it in play. Irish come up and they take a timeout. They trail 16-9. This is game 2. Minneapolis took care of game 1, 25-10. You're right. Minneapolis comes out of the timeout. They have the 16-9 lead. Jordan Crossan back to serve for the Lady Lions. Good deep serve. That ball's going to be out by about a foot out the end line. Crossan will now go out, and Danielle Klein will come in to play the back row. Jordan probably still feeling some effects of that twisted ankle. She's probably, her lateral movement's not as good as what it would like to be. Atwell with a nice pass. McCulloch with a good set over the net. Chapman got a wing on it, but it goes out of bounds. Point Minneapolis makes it 17-10. Kylie McCulloch back to serve for the Lady Lions as Krista Frazier will come out. Krista Seamers will come in to play the front row. Nice serve by McCulloch. Going to be a free ball for the Lady Lions. Atwell passes to McCulloch. McCulloch with a nice set in the middle to Goeth. Goeth with a nice attack. Number 13 for the Lady Irish dives for the pickup. She don't get it, goes out of bounds. Point Minneapolis 18-10. Kylie will be back to serve for the Lions. Another good serve. Back set, free ball. Mallory bumps up a pass. Set it right back to the outside to Donovan. That goes off the tip. Ball goes out of bounds off the block. Minneapolis with another score. Make it 19-10, Minneapolis. McCulloch still serves for the Lions. Pass up to the middle. Set the middle. She doesn't clear tape. That's going to be 4 hits. Actually, they didn't call it 4 hits. They called it a good block on the Lady Lions. Make that good block by Mallory. Makes it 20-10 Minneapolis. Kylie still with the serve. She serves it deep. Passes to the outside. Sets to the middle. That ball sails out the back line. No touch at the net. Point Minneapolis. Minneapolis with a 21-10 lead. Chapman's going to sub 1. McCulloch with another good serve. There's an overpass, and Mallory right there to stick it back down for the Lady Blue. 22-10, Minneapolis. Had a couple hiccups there. Minneapolis taking advantage of some of the misfortunes of the Lady Irish. Another good serve by McCulloch. Back set to the outside for a kill attempt. Krista Seamers not in good position to make that pass. She just reaches out. Ball goes out of bounds. McCulloch and Atwell give chase to it. Score the point for Chapman. Makes it 22-11. Chapman will have the serve. Chapman serves up an ace. That drops right in front of Danielle Klein. She's unable to dig it up. That serve goes under the net. Makes it 23-12. Megan Donovan back to serve for the Lions. Nice deep serve by Donovan. Pass it up to the middle. It's going to be a free ball for the Lady Lions. Donovan passes to McCulloch in the middle. McCulloch sets it to Goeth. Goeth with a nice attack. 35 for Chapman there to block it back down, but Minneapolis digs it out over the net. Chapman puts it in the net. Minneapolis serves for the match at 24-12. Megan Donovan with the serve. And it catches tape and just comes over, and there's Mallory right there to stick it back down. Chapman unable to take care of it. Mallory blocks it back down for the game match point, 25-12. Up next for the Lady Lions will be the Lady Cardinals of Hoisington, and that match will be coming at you just directly.